Alright, guys, welcome back to Behind the Curtain. This is our wrestling podcast we do every Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So, Behind the Curtain, episode 7, part number 1. Now, what we usually like to do before we get into all the news, rumors that we have for today, we like to go ahead and do a week review of what we had this past week for wrestling. And boy, I tell you, we had a past week especially Sunday. Sunday with Backlash. I mean, Jesus. We got to break down this whole thing. Sunday from Backlash. I mean, Jesus. I mean, besides the opening match, which was Seth Rollins and The Miz, who had a phenomenal match. Seth Rollins and The Miz had a phenomenal match, which right now, besides AJ Styles, I mean, Seth Rollins is definitely the second best wrestler in the company. I mean, he's clearly the second best wrestler in the company. And even pushing towards being the best wrestler in the company. You can say one of the top 5 wrestlers across the whole planet, the world, Seth Rollins is pushing. But for today, we actually have like 3 Roman Reigns stories. We have like 3 Roman Reigns topics on today's show, and we'll get into the big one, which you can see as the little thumbnail. From the thumbnail, you can see, man, what they're doing with Roman Reigns. I tell you, bro, they just won't learn. Great match between Seth Rollins and The Miz again. Besides that, there's nothing else on this show for you need to care about, even watch. Again, WWE used all the resources for the greatest Royal Rumble, and it's like, no, let's throw it together, Backlash. They're still gonna watch Backlash. Let's just throw it together. They're gonna still watch it, and they gotta stop thinking of that type of their mindset. Because again, we got a whole bunch of stories for today, but just as for Raw was the lowest rated Raw of this year already. This past week was the lowest rated Raw of the year, and you're building towards Money in the Bank, which is a big pay per view that people should care about. Is Money in the Bank, but to see where the ratings are going again, Carmella and Charlotte. We got news on Charlotte about her having her implants bust. Jesus. Felt bad for Charlotte, but her implants bust. I mean, her match with Carmella. Jesus. This Asuka. Let's fast track Asuka, get the belt off Carmella. Let's just fast track it, getting the belt off Carmella. Raw Women's title. Nia Jax apparently injuring Alexa Bliss. Oh my God, Echo Dot, but go off. Nia Jax injuring Bliss. I mean, their match was terrible. U.S. title match, Hardy against Randy Orton. Meant nothing. Quick crowd didn't care about it. They were chanting boring. How are they chanting boring between the Randy Orton and Jeff Hardy? They were chanting boring. They didn't care about it. What else we have in that show? I think that was it besides the 2 main events which we're going to talk about right now. I think that was it. Oh no, Dan Bryan, Big Cass. It was there. Okay, now my mindset, the way I think back in the day. There's only been a handful of matches, which you could say WrestleMania 26 was one of them. Taker, Shawn Michaels. Trying to think back recently. Rock and John Cena, the first one. Anything else recently coming to my mind that should have? I'm trying to think of anything else that came to mind that should have back in the day. Trying to think. Nope. The only 2 matches that come to my mind that should have closed the show over the WWE title, which again was The Rock and John Cena, the first one. Taker, Michaels, WrestleMania 26. You could argue WrestleMania 25, but I don't think Vince knew. But if you wrote that script, you come on, you should have known. But there's only a handful of times in my past time, me growing up, that the WWE title should not main event a show because something else that's going on is certain bigger. Okay? Roman Reigns versus Samoa Joe had 2 weeks of build. AJ versus Nakamura has been going since WrestleMania. I don't care what the finish was. At least the crowd could have went home saying, you know what? We had a damn good AJ versus Nakamura match. Yeah, the finish was kind of crappy. Boo. But at least it was a damn good match. Roman Reigns versus Samoa Joe from Backlash was absolutely horseshit rest holes the whole time. Nobody else cared about it. Listen, you started off pretty damn hot with Samoa Joe putting Roman through the table. You know what I'm saying? After that, it was but 8 minutes of rest holds and Joe making faces, which is some funny faces, but it was 8 minutes of rest holds the whole time. People don't pay good money to go watch rest holds. Okay, Vince? They don't do that. All right? And then you had Samoa Joe come out the week before Backlash say, hey, AJ or Nakamura, whoever the champion is, I'm coming after you. I was like, oh, Samoa Joe's coming after the title. This is what we want to see. A great heel. Go up against some Roman Reigns, and you have him lose Roman Reigns. Come on, man, Vince. What the heck are you doing? Now, I had that picture in my mindset. I had it going into the show. Vince might put Roman Reigns or Samoa Joe in the main event. Because I knew going forward, I'm like, Nakamura, if he doesn't win here, what are they going to do with Nakamura? You know what I'm saying? So I was like, damn it, they're kind of stuck. They're stuck, right? So listen, I know people are saying there's supposed to be no countouts. I mean, there's supposed to be, no countouts in a no DQ match. But going back in the past times, there's been a couple matches where there've been no DQ outside the ring, but there's still countouts. It's happened before. This is just the first time it's happened in this era of WWE where it doesn't make sense, but you're like, it doesn't make sense in this type of era. But it's happened before in the past. So I wasn't surprised I did that. But they're just trying to prolong AJ versus Nakamura. But again, Roman Reigns did not need this win here. But we're gonna get into Roman Reigns today about what Vince McMahon is planning for this dude. And let me just tell you this, people. You're gonna be like, God. You're gonna be like, when is it gonna end? When is it gonna end? But let's get towards AJ versus Nakamura. AJ versus Nakamura going to a draw and a count out. Not surprised. But going forward, this is Money in the Bank pay-per-view. This is the next one. I'm thinking to myself, would they do the Iron Man match here? Or can they prolong it one more until Extreme Rules? Which this will be another 7 weeks. Say if you're building up towards Money in the Bank, and there's another 7 weeks until Extreme Rules. You're kind of pushing your fans' patience. This will be the WrestleMania, Greatest Royal Rumble, Backlash, Money in the Bank, Extreme Rules. That'll be already 5 matches. We've had out of the 3, we've had 2 good matches. So you're kind of pushing your fans' patience with AJ and Nakamura. So Money in the Bank is a ladder match pay-per-view. What would you do? In my opinion, I want the Iron Man match. This is what I would do if it's me booking this show. You have your 2 ladder matches, your men and your women. Brock Lesnar's not going to... Well, we're already spoiling it. Brock Lesnar is not going to be on Money in the Bank. I have that saved for you guys for tomorrow. Or Brock Lesnar not going to be on Money in the Bank, which I'm not surprised. Okay, so you have the 2 ladder matches, men and women, and you have AJ versus Nakamura. And then you need to have... You can have your 2 tag team matches. That's it. 5 matches. Okay, and you have your Roman Reigns and Jinder Mahal. So 6 matches. Okay, 6 matches. That's it. Nothing else should be on the show. The women are competing in the Money Bank ladder match. You keep your women off the show. Just keep the 1 ladder match. So that way you can devote your time to AJ Nakamura. They need to have an Iron Man match. I don't care, people. I'd rather it be at Extreme Rules because it sets the theme of the pay-per-view. Extreme Rules as it being an extreme pay-per-view with an extreme match. Iron Man match, which is extreme. But you're testing your fans' patience. Okay? You need to do something for these guys to have a 1 match. So what you could do. AJ vs. Nakamura, Iron Man match at Money in the Bank. Nakamura wins. You move on to Extreme Rules. AJ's last chance. That's it. Nakamura wins. AJ gets his last rematch. Okay? And you're probably saying to yourself, what do you do with AJ vs. Nakamura in a rematch? They had an Iron Man match, which should be good. That should be good. Extreme Rules, last man standing match, end of the feud. Last man standing match at Extreme Rules. That's it. You move over to Nakamura versus Joe at SummerSlam. That's what I would do. Now, what are they probably going to do with AJ and Nakamura? Probably be a ladder match or a TLC match, something like that. But that's it from Backlash onto Monday Night Raw. I mean, you had Finn Balor qualify for the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. You had Ember Moon qualify for the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Seth Rollins had his first IC title open challenge, which I heard is going to continue to go on, which I like it. Seth Rollins can keep doing the IC title open challenge. He can keep doing that. You had Braun Strowman qualify for the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. Elias and Bobby Roode had a whatever match. And then I'm trying to think, is anything else, anything important on Raw? This is why it was the lowest rated Raw of the whole year. I'm trying to think, was there anything else? Oh, Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler look freaking impressive. They look freaking impressive. I like them. That's pretty much it from Raw. Now for our SmackDown. Now, I know people are up in arms about Daniel Bryan losing to Rusev. Okay, people? Vince McMahon does not want Daniel Bryan in ladder matches. Which, I can see where he's coming from again, because you don't want to risk Daniel Bryan getting injured in anything that's not necessary. Daniel Bryan will get the WWE title later down the line this year, people. But Rusev needed this more than Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan will be A-OK when he wins the Royal Rumble in January. He'll be A-OK. He can take this loss right now. Rusev at least gets a shot on the main stage. AJ Nakamura had a couple backstage promos. They look pretty good. I like the backstage promos. So, what else did we have on SmackDown? I'm trying to think. Anything else on SmackDown? Oh yeah, Charlotte got injured with her implants. Usos. I know what happened with the Usos. They look like they're messing up the Usos. And then Big Cass didn't have a promo, but he had a promo off SmackDown. And then anything else? My man, The Miz. Forgot. The Miz qualified for the Money in the Bank ladder match. Good job, Vince. You need to give The Miz the briefcase, okay? Give him the briefcase. I know Finn Balor could use the briefcase, but just turn Finn Balor heel. That's all you need to do. He does not need the briefcase, but Miz needs the briefcase. And then Charlotte qualified for the Women's Money in the Bank ladder match, but she got injured, but I heard she'll be okay to make it towards the pay-per-view. We'll discuss her today also, too, in the podcast. And I think that's it from SmackDown. The Rusevs beat Daniel Bryan. The Miz beat Jeff Hardy to qualify. Charlotte qualified for the Women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Oh, Cialis is coming to debut next week on SmackDown, which is great too, for Cialis to debut next week. And as far as NXT, they're setting up Velveteen Dream to face Ricochet at Chicago, which looks amazing. We'll also break down the two matches that were also confirmed for Chicago. So I'll let you guys know in the video when it'll be spoilers. So if you don't want to know who's going to be facing each other at Chicago and what type of match it's going to be, I'll let you guys know when to click off the video or just pause the video and fast forward. I'll leave it down below if you don't want to know. But NXT was good. Ricochet versus Velveteen Dream is going to be set up. And EC3 looked impressive, but EC3 does not look like a babyface to me. He should be turned as a heel, which hopefully they realize that later down the line, because Triple H always knows what to do. I'm never going to doubt Triple H. But again, I'll let you guys know what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about former WWE champion reveals he was almost replaced as Shane McMahon instead of to be Dan Bryan's partner at WrestleMania. Report WWE upset with Big Cass for going off script in his promo. We have news on a certain New Day member going to receive a singles push really soon, and let you guys know Roman Reigns versus Jinder Mahal is going to be advertised to go all the way up until July. And an update on Bliss's injury. Is she okay? Did she already wrestle? And also, I told you guys, today's is going to be full of news. NXT TakeOver, two matches are released on the card, which I'll let you guys know. Also, The Miz is upset about WWE title not main eventing this show. We're all upset, Miz. Charlotte Flair report set for surgery again after her implant. We'll let you know how long she's going to be out. And WWE already plans to continue pushing. Listen, people. WWE to continue pushing Roman Reigns as a Daniel Bryan type underdog. Let that sink in, people. They will not stop. They will never stop pushing this guy. And that's it for today's video, guys. So, we're going to take a quick break and we'll come right back with that. Vince, when will you learn? Turn the man heel. Be right back, guys.
Yeah. DJ Durrell. The way we put this shit together, you know what I mean? Punch on the real, make the beat, you know what I mean? I got this man on the saxophone.
Alright, guys, welcome back here. So, after that intro that we had, which was 13 minutes long, but it was a good intro. Got everything out from the week that happened last week for WWE. But let's just get in here to the biggest news topic. You see the thumbnail, you saw a thumbnail. Let's just get into this freaking story that WWE does not learn when to turn the man heel. Listen here, you tried everything. You tried Undertaker. You tried Triple H. You tried John Cena. You tried Brock Lesnar multiple times. You've tried Seth. Well, actually, no, you tried Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins beating Roman Reigns. No, actually, no. Roman Reigns did beat Seth Rollins last year at some point on a taped Raw. He beat him last year. Okay, so you tried Seth Rollins. You tried Dean Ambrose. You tried Daniel Bryan. You tried him too. You tried Vince McMahon. You tried his whole stable of the Sheamus, Del Rio, Rusev. Whoever else I'm missing, you tried that freaking stable. You've tried Stephanie McMahon. You've tried Kane. You tried The Big Show. You tried even hell, the most over guy in the company ever to exist, probably outside of Stone Cold Steve Austin. You tried to freaking Rock, his own cousin. You've tried, let's see who else can we name that they tried. You tried Paul Heyman, okay? You tried a taped interview segment to make him look like he's a babyface when the whole situation happened where they were snowed in with that Raw. Remember that? They're stoned to that Raw. You tried that taped segment, okay? Who else have they tried? Let's go down this whole list. Go down this whole list. Let's see. You tried Braun Strowman. It didn't work. You trying Braun Strowman and turn Braun Strowman into a huge mega baby face. So okay. What else have they tried? You tried Randy Orton. Let's see. Who else? You tried you even tried the best wrestler in the freaking world. You tried AJ Styles. Who else have they tried? No, you didn't try CM Punk. You didn't try CM Punk. Something else. Actually, you know what? You did try CM Punk because CM Punk wanted to use Adam Cole. No. It's Cassius Ohno to be in the stable with the Shield. But you made CM Punk pick Roman Reigns. So you tried CM Punk. You did try CM Punk. See, who else did they try? Heck, you about to try Jinder Mahal. You might turn Jinder Mahal into a huge baby face. You're about to try Jinder Mahal. That's going to fail. Oh, so look at that. You tried Samoa Joe. That failed. I think we named everybody people that they tried to use to help Roman Reigns get over, and it has not worked. I think we used everybody, right? I think we used everybody. Okay, so this article here, WWE's allegedly plans to continue pushing Roman Reigns as a Daniel Bryan type underdog. That's going to fail, and that's going to fail miserably. Okay, listen here, people. You went through a whole year this last year already with Roman Reigns, okay? What happened to that still? He still got booed at WrestleMania, okay, Vince? So you're going to try another whole year of this guy. It's going to fail again, okay? It's going to fail again, Vince. Just turn the man heel. Please. Your Raw TV show suffered the lowest rating of the whole year. And we're in what? January, February, March, April, May. Lowest rated show of the year already. Turn the man heel. People do not care to watch Roman Reigns being pushed as a babyface. First of all, you need to ramp your whole TV shows. Roman Reigns is he's a huge problem. He's not the only problem, but he's the hugest problem on your list. If you turn the man heel, people might tune back in to watch a freaking TV show to be shocked by you did something. Okay? Let's get into this Daniel Bryan type situation thing. First of all, we can go, what was this like? What was it, 2014 or was it 2015? I think it was 15 when Daniel Bryan had his push. I think it was 15. Okay? So, first off the bat, Daniel Bryan won a match to challenge John Cena at SummerSlam for the WWE title. John Cena left to go do surgery for his. I remember he had that huge golf ball in his elbow when he had that whole situation. Okay? So, you gave Daniel Bryan a shot, which we were hyped to see. And I think also that show had CM Punk versus Brock Lesnar. So, he had two huge freaking matches on that show. Okay? So, you tried that whole situation. CM Punk versus Brock Lesnar, which was a freaking great match. Then you had Daniel Bryan versus John Cena, which was a two-match show, but it was two of the best matches the whole year. Daniel Bryan beats John Cena for the WWE title. You have the whole... First of all, choice was the special guest referee in that match, okay? So you had the whole fireworks go off, Triple H raising the man's hands. Randy Orton had the Money in the Bank briefcase. He comes out, he cashes it in, Triple H turns heel, which automatically you had sympathy on Daniel Bryan, because everybody's like, Triple H, no, you're pedigreeing Daniel Bryan, just won the title for John Cena. So, Randy Orton pinned Daniel Bryan 1, 2, 3. You automatically had sympathy for Daniel Bryan right off the bat. People were like, damn it, we're waiting how long for Daniel Bryan to get his official reign as a champion, because he had the whole situation with Sheamus where he lost the belt in 5 or 6 seconds at WrestleMania. He's about to get his real push. Okay, so Daniel Bryan then goes on to face Randy Orton, I believe, what was it at? It was at the whole Night of Champions thing where I think Daniel Bryan had his foot on the rope, whatever, and the ref misses it, and Randy Orton still beat him. 1, 2. No. Daniel Bryan had pinned Randy Orton, but it was a replacement referee. But Triple H and void it because it was a replacement referee. It wasn't the official referee who got knocked out in the match. So then Triple H gave the belt back to Randy Orton again. Okay. So then it led to Daniel Bryan versus Randy Orton inside a Hell in a Cell. At Hell in a Cell with Shawn Michaels, who was his mentor, who turned his back on Daniel Bryan and then helped Randy Orton win. So you're like, damn. First of all, the dude loses the belt at SummerSlam. Then he beats Randy Orton for the belt at Night of Champions, but he gets the belt stripped away from him because it was a replacement referee and Triple H didn't let that go by. Okay. Then he loses at Hell in a Cell to his idol, who was the referee, turns his back on him, and you're like, damn, Daniel Bryan can't catch a break. So you go on to Survivor Series, which I believe Survivor Series. I don't know if Daniel Bryan challenged Randy Orton again at Survivor Series or he did not. I don't know. No, that's when it was Big Show versus Randy Orton for the title. So he didn't challenge Randy Orton for the belt. It was Big Show versus Randy Orton at Survivor Series. Oh my God, that was terrible. Okay, so after Survivor Series was TLC, which I believe was Randy Orton versus John Cena for the two belts. Cena was the world champion, and Randy was the WWE title, so they unified both the belts. And then remember when they had that whole Daniel Bryan segment, and then Mark Henry lifts Daniel Bryan's hand in the air. Yeah, that's what it was. So it was Orton versus Triple H. No, it was Orton versus Cena at TLC for the two belts, and Randy Orton eventually beats John Cena, which led on to go to the Royal Rumble, which led on to Batista winning the Royal Rumble, which led on to people being pissed. So, Batista won the Royal Rumble, and then CM Punk walks out the company. Your whole situation of him not wanting to face Triple H at WrestleMania because he believed he was going to lose to Triple H, which I believe CM Punk would have won, and maybe we would have got Daniel Bryan versus CM Punk next year, but that didn't happen. So CM Punk walks out. So that leaves us to like, okay, CM Punk walks out. They need somebody to face Triple H at WrestleMania. So they initially wanted to have Sheamus versus Daniel Bryan to get his revenge on Sheamus, but CM Punk walks out, so they need somebody to face Triple H. So they were going towards the Triple H versus Daniel Bryan whole situation. And then the fans revolted because we did not want to see Batista versus Randy Orton, which who wanted to see Batista versus Randy Orton at the main event of WrestleMania 30. 30 years, you're going to give us Batista versus Randy Orton in the main event. Nobody wanted to see that. So that led to the Yes Movement. That led to Daniel Bryan getting into the match by beating Triple H at WrestleMania, and led to Daniel Bryan beating both Batista and Randy Orton in the same freaking night, and Triple H in the same freaking night, and win the damn title in the same freaking night. And that was what? August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. That was 7 months of great buildness. Now, how in the hell are you going to build Roman Reigns in 7 months to have a Daniel Bryan-like sympathy angle? When we don't care about him right now as important as it is. Not going to happen, Vince McMahon. Let's go into this freaking article of you trying to use Roman Reigns as Daniel Bryan. Let's go into this. If you're hoping the pro wrestling conversation would move away from Roman Reigns, I'm afraid I got some bad news. That's the Wade Barrett voice. I'm afraid I've got some bad news for you people here. That's not going to happen. He's going to remain a topic of conversation and a source of debate for a long time. I've been watching wrestling on and off, mostly on since the 1980s. And I can't even recall a performer or character who's been presented like Roman Reigns. And even Stone Cold, his own show, said, I don't know if I've seen anybody get this type of reaction. Yes, John Cena gets the 50-50, but at least people still respect John Cena because he's been in the company for, 15 years? And he's done great work in the past. But this guy, Roman Reigns, nah, people. Someone who WWE isn't fully committed to yet won't back down from tearing this guy down like a heel. Alright, let's see what they're going to do. Okay. Vince is trying to push Roman like fill in the superstar's name here should be a tired joke and a worn out talking point by now. After he was given The Rock promos and set opposing Mr. McMahon like he was Stone Cold Steve Austin and put over by Triple H and John Cena, what else is there for the guy to do? Again, Triple H put you over. Cena put you over. Undertaker put you over. What else is there for this guy to do? Turn him heel. I want to offset an idea the WWE's trying to do, but it's going to happen. This is what the plans are, okay? Reported by Dave Meltzer at Wrestling Newsletter. They're trying to tell the story. I can't believe it because they've been trying for a couple of months, but they're still trying to tell the story that Roman Reigns is like Daniel Bryan. In what way? Roman Reigns is muscular, he's taller, he's Samoan. Daniel Bryan is like your everyday working man. You can relate to him because not everybody has a body like a WWE wrestler. Daniel Bryan looks like, honestly, like a receiver in high school who's just coming from wrestling class who's trying to try out for your wrestling team. For the football team. That's what it looks like. It looks like a wrestler who's trying to try out for the football team. It's like, you know what? I need to pick up a second sport. He looks just like a regular person. Roman Reigns looks nothing like a regular person. It looks like a guy who used to play in the NFL, which is true, and is trying out for wrestling. That's what it looks like. It's the Daniel Bryan situation. And management is screwing him over. And that's why he's not the champion. But nobody buys it. They're trying to figure out a way to get people to cheer him. Listen, I told you, if you want people to cheer Daniel Bryan, don't need to do that. If you want people to cheer Roman Reigns, I gave you a situation you could have done, but you decided not to do it because you didn't want to do it. Listen, if you wanted to get Roman Reigns over as a babyface, is what you could have done. Big Cass was beating down Daniel Bryan. This was a joint pay-per-view. This is what you could have done. It was a joint pay-per-view. Big Cass was beating down Daniel Bryan like it was nothing. Okay? This is the problem with you guys having split brands, because this could have worked. You could have had Roman Reigns come out there and help out Daniel Bryan. I guarantee he would have got cheered. I guarantee you. He would have got cheered. You could have just done that situation, for example. Money Bank is another brand exclusive pay-per-view. You could have Big Cass versus Roman Reigns at Money in the Bank, and you could have moved on Daniel Bryan to feud with Rusev or somebody like that, because Rusev beat Daniel Bryan. But you know what, you could have had Rusev still beat Daniel Bryan and just give Daniel Bryan the pay-per-view off. If you want to do that, you could have done that. But listen here, it's not going to work anyways. But let's continue the article here by Dave Meltzer. But nobody is buying it. They're trying to figure out a way to get people to cheer him. We're supposed to think that all these things that happen, the whole thing that they favor Brock Lesnar, but it doesn't work. I guess for whatever reason, even though it didn't work, nobody has a better idea, so that's what they're going with. Vince McMahon, how many writers do you have in your company? You can't tell me not one of them can figure out how to way to get to that over as a babyface. You tried 4 years. What's another year going to do? Another year is going to be another year of failure of you not pushing Seth Rollins, not pushing Braun Strowman, not pushing Finn Balor, not pushing Dean Ambrose, not pushing Bray Wyatt, not pushing Matt Hardy, not pushing Baron Corbin, who you wanted to push, but I guess you're not. Hell, not pushing Bobby Roode. Hell, not pushing Elias. Hell, not pushing who else is going to be moved up to the freaking main roster from NXT. Maybe a Giovanni Gargano or Tommaso Ciampa or Aleister Black or Adam Cole and Undisputed. You're focused still on Roman Reigns. He's not the face of Raw or the face of the WWE. He's not. Turn him heel. This is going to be a whole year of you failing again. Okay. This would be ridiculous, even if Bryan was actually back on the roster as a full-time wrestler, which he is. And that's just some of the questions that are going in this direction. Raises, why are you doing this? I agree, Dave Meltzer. Is the idea that Vince lost faith in him, and that's why Cena was ragging on him for not being able to cut promos? Or did the company really lose faith in him? But then, why is he still floating around the top of the card? Is being moved into a feud with Jinder Mahal, which we'll get into that next. With Jinder Mahal, the company is holding him down. Like I said, I've never seen anything like this before. I just wish I could say I can't wait to see what happens next, which nobody wants to do. Turn him heel, Vince. Let's get to the next topic, which is Roman Reigns, who is going to freaking be facing, which I have it somewhere over here. Where is the Roman Reigns story of him feuding with Jinder Mahal? Where is it at? Okay, here it is. Roman Reigns vs. Jinder Mahal is advertised on Raw house shows throughout July, and their program might last until Roman's SummerSlam feud, which dreadfully could be Brock Lesnar again, which we hope not. Okay, listen here. You pushing this guy as a babyface like Daniel Bryan, it's not going to work, Vince. It's not going to work. For example, let's just go ahead and say this happens. Let's just say next week on Raw, it's Roman Reigns versus Jinder Mahal. Winner gets into the Money in the Bank ladder match. Okay. Let's just say, for example, you have a segment where Roman Reigns is reaching up there, almost has the briefcase, nobody in the middle of the ring. Out comes Jinder Mahal, costing him the Money in the Bank ladder match. People are going to cheer. People are not going to boo. People are going to cheer. Okay? Let's just say that's part one. Roman Reigns loses the briefcase because of Jinder Mahal. They have a match at Extreme Rules. Roman Reigns beats Jinder Mahal at Extreme Rules. Okay, say that happens. Let's just say, for hypothetical, you give Roman Reigns another shot at Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. Again, it's another shot. Let's just say Paul Heyman or Brock Lesnar low blows Roman Reigns. Brock beats him with the F5. 1, 2, 3. People are going to cheer. They're not going to boo. They're going to cheer. Okay, let's say fast forward later down the line. Royal Rumble match happens. Again. Last two people are Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan. Let's just say out comes whoever Roman Reigns is going to face at the next pay-per-view, which will be Elimination Chamber. Let's just say Brock Lesnar comes out. Costs Roman Reigns the match. Daniel Bryan wins the Royal Rumble. People are going to cheer. They're not going to boo. Let's just say again you have, since Daniel Bryan's on SmackDown, he won the Royal Rumble. He'll face The Miz for the belt at WrestleMania. Elimination Chamber. Roman Reigns is about to win the match. Out comes Brock Lesnar again. Costs Roman Reigns the match again. People are not going to cheer. They're not going to cheer. I mean, they're not going to boo. They're going to cheer. And Roman Reigns gets his shot again. A whole year later, at WrestleMania 35, it's Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar. At WrestleMania 35, people are going to boo Roman. They're not going to. People are going to boo Roman. They're going to cheer Brock Lesnar. So you're wasting us a whole year of what I probably laid out, what you're probably going to do. People are still going to boo Roman. Just turn him heel, Vince. Turn him heel. You'll feel so much better. People will cheer Roman Reigns then when he's a heel. Which, it's just a matter of fact what's going to happen, okay, Vince? This is not going to work. You're wasting your time, Vince. Turn the man heel. Wasting your time. I think I spent 20 minutes on Roman Reigns. I spent 20 minutes on Roman Reigns. It's a long time. All right, let's continue on here with the podcast, people, because this is the jam-packed show again, okay? According to PW Insider, a superstar of the New Day is going to get a mega single push real soon. And drumroll, please. Who do you guys think it is? If you think it's Big E, you're correct. It's Big E. According to PW Insider, Big E is being considered for a singles push and the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. Because, again, on SmackDown, things going to be the New Day versus the Bar. Winner of the teams can pick who goes into the ladder match, which... If you guys remember, this was way back. Vince McMahon was set on either Big E or Roman Reigns. And unfortunately, God's grace, he went with Roman Reigns over Big E, which you can't push Big E. You got to push Roman Reigns. But listen here. The funny thing is, if he would have pushed Big E instead of Roman Reigns, Big E actually can cut promos. Roman Reigns still can't cut promos. And Big E actually can actually wrestle better than Roman Reigns. Fun fact, but he went to Roman Reigns. But Big E is getting a singles push, which I think it is time to break up the New Day, because again, the New Day selling. Usually Vince has to keep people who are in the top 5 of merchandise selling. He likes to keep them get pushes, but the New Day has slipped down. I think they're below even Roman Reigns, which is funny, but it's time to break up the New Day. New Day's been fun together since what? I think WrestleMania 31. It's about 3 years. Usually a tag team gets about 3 years span. But, I mean, if you want to give Big E a single run and Big E is a U.S. champion, I mean, I would be mad seeing that. Big E deserves a push, but I'll be happy for Big E if he gets a push. All right, let's continue down here with some more, because this is all lumped together in the segments of Roman Reigns and Mahal and Big E. But Alexa... Oh, my God. Echo Dot about to go off. Bliss wrestled her first show of the WWE UK tour on Wednesday, so it's apparent that her injury either was not serious or it was a storyline, because it was reported after the show that Alexa Bliss had injured her shoulder, but we thought she was going to be out for a couple weeks or a couple months, but she wrestled on the UK house tour, so it looks like she's better. So that's that one huge lump together story with Roman Reigns on Big E getting a push and Bliss looked to be okay. I'm going to save the Vince McMahon's reaction to the crowd leaving, which I haven't saved up on my phone because I retweeted it yesterday because it was from NoDQ.com, but I'm just pull it up real quick so I can have it when we touch on Vince McMahon's reaction to the people leaving the show. And let's just say it was a very good Vince McMahon-like reaction. I'm just pull it up real quick so I have it saved. So when I touch on it real quick, because it's on my phone. So I'll leave it right here. Okay. Now, this is the point of the video, guys, where I'm going to break down the 2 matches already leaked for NXT Chicago. So if you don't want to know what it is, I'll leave the stamp down below. But if you do want to know, let's go ahead and dive into it. So NXT TakeOver Chicago is going to happen the day before Money in the Bank pay-per-view, which takes place June 16th. NXT is doing the back-to-back tapings at Full Sail University this week. This looks to be their trip to the UK, which they're going over to the UK with the WWE roster. Okay, 2 matches are already leaked for this show. Actually, there's 3 matches. because there's put up the 3 matches. Okay, so I think I told you guys I wanted the Gargano and Ciampa to face off in the Hell in a Cell, but I think Triple H may want to keep them down there because, listen here, there's no need for them to go up to the main roster right now. This is the point in time where going up to the main roster is a terrible time. So usually I'd keep them off. Maybe, you know what? Keep Gargano and Ciampa maybe off main roster until another whole year. You can do that. Because let's break down what their match is going to be. So, we know 2 weeks ago, Tommaso Ciampa attacked Gargano again, which he was later taken out on a stretcher again. But their match at NXT TakeOver Chicago is not going to be a Hell in a Cell match. It's not going to be a last man standing match. It's going to be a street fight, which when I first looked at it, I was like, a street fight? You think this would be maybe a last man standing? But again, Triple H is freaking smart. This is where we don't criticize Triple H because he makes smart decisions. So I was thinking to myself, Gargano vs. Ciampa, this is not going to be the end here because I think Ciampa is going to beat Gargano in this match, in a street fight. Then maybe Gargano goes out for a couple months because he maybe has he could have a real injury, kayfabe wise, but storyline wise, he could have a real injury that they could sell where he maybe needs to have surgery, something like that. And he'll come back maybe later in the year and face Tommaso Ciampa in the Hell in a Cell for the title because my mindset was thinking here, Ciampa beats Gargano in this match. He gets taken out storyline-wise. Gargano is out for a couple months. Ciampa beats Aleister Black for the title, maybe at NXT Brooklyn. Okay? Then, Triple H could have Gargano come back around the Royal Rumble time. Have him... I would not mind seeing NXT have their own Royal Rumble match. I would not mind seeing that. That'd be a good idea. Have Gargano win the Royal Rumble match for NXT. Face Ciampa at NXT New York WrestleMania in a Hell in a Cell match, which would end the feud. Gargano beats Ciampa inside a Hell in a Cell for the belt. That'd be freaking amazing. You could say this actually could be this is a 2-year feud. Because remember, this happened last year in Chicago where Ciampa turned on Gargano. This could be a whole 2 year. Imagine that, people. 2 years worth of a feud. Triple H booked perfectly. Gargano vs. Ciampa and the Hell in a Cell NXT TakeOver New York WrestleMania weekend. Come on, man. That'd be freaking amazing. Which Triple H, anything Triple H does in NXT, I'm not shocked by because he knows what he's doing. Aleister Black's opponent for the NXT title is Lars Sullivan, which, the guy, he's been doing some good work at NXT, but the Velveteen Dream and Ricochet are going to be facing each other at TakeOver, so they're taken up. Adam Cole is a North American champion. He's going to be facing against maybe Pete Dunne or Trent Seven. One of the two. He can face one of them for North American Championship. So Adam Cole will be taken up. So that leaves you with Lars Sullivan's like the only person left. So, this will be a good little hard-hitting match between the two of them. It's going to be a good little match. Now, everybody was saying, what happened to Nikki Cross? Why couldn't she move with Sanity? Well, first of all, Triple H knew he needed Nikki Cross back down to NXT because Shayna Baszler already beat Ember Moon. She's up to the main roster. Kairi Sane could be facing Dakota Kai, or somebody like that at TakeOver Chicago. So she needs somebody to face. Well, here steps up Nikki Cross. Nikki Cross versus Shayna Baszler, which is going to be a freaking hard-hitting match. Yo, this may be one of the hard-hitting women's matches that you have probably seen since Sasha versus Bayley, like physical-wise. Nikki Cross and Shayna Baszler. So after this, I think after Nikki Cross loses to Shayna Baszler, then you'll see her on the main roster. But Triple H needed her down there in NXT, so that's why she's down there. So again, for right now, what the match card for NXT Chicago is Gargano versus Ciampa in a street fight. Aleister Black versus Lars Sullivan for the NXT Championship. Nikki Cross versus Shayna Baszler for the NXT Women's Championship. And then again, this week they already started Ricochet versus a Velveteen Dream, this is going to take place. So it's looking pretty good, but again, I don't think nothing's going to top freaking WrestleMania this week. This year's NXT from WrestleMania. That was probably literally one of the greatest wrestling shows I ever watched in my lifetime, and it's going to be hard to top that. So we got 4 more topics. This is going to get into this Chris Jericho news. Okay, so former WWE champion revealed he will almost replace Shane McMahon at WrestleMania, which I was like, everybody's saying, yeah, it could be Chris Jericho, but Chris Jericho was doing something with Fozzy. So, but Jericho's going to break down why he didn't do it. Let me get a sip of water real quick. So Dan Bryan was a special guest on the latest episode of Chris Jericho's podcast, Talk is Jericho. where they talked about various topics, include Dan Bryan's return to in-ring competition after being medically cleared. Okay, let's just go ahead and get into this here. So Jericho says, a few weeks before WrestleMania, maybe 3 or 4 weeks, I get a call from Vince, and he's talking about Shane and his apparently appendix situation with the diverticulitis, the whole infection situation. So he had an infection in his left side, which by the area, okay? And he goes and he listens. We don't know if he can do Mania. He had got someone to look at my schedule, and we had a Fozzy show that day. So he was like, I know you're doing a Fozzy show and you're going to watch WrestleMania with your fans. He goes, what would you think about coming to New Orleans if Shane can't do it? Where's this? Where does it continue? They gotta put this here. This is where we at. So I hate when they do the articles where they do part of the interview and then they continue with the other interview like this below the other one. I'm like, just continue with the interview. Brian says, we're in the stage now where they don't tell boys anything, so they keep all the secrets from the boys because they're afraid all the boys are talking to the dirt sheets, which is true. And so I asked, because when Shane called me and told me, he said, I'm in the hospital right now, I got diverticulitis while I was in Angola. And then when they gave me IVs, I got a staph infection from the IVs. Dang. And then I have this hernia that's coming out of my stomach. But don't worry, I'll be ready for Mania. Jericho says, and it was funny because we were Googling airports, and it was in Hampton Beach, New Hampshire, like the most out of the way place. We were looking up airports close to Hampton Beach, and how long is the charter to get there to New Orleans. And Vince was like, okay, you can make it right on time and we'll give you a police escort, and you'll basically have to go right into the ring. And I said, listen, I've got no problem with that, and I know that Brian has no problem with it. Kevin, Sammy, especially Sammy, are going to have heart attacks calling a WrestleMania match in the ring. I mean, obviously, we would think of some stuff beforehand, but I can do it. I don't have a problem, so can you? I don't have a problem, so can you? We could do it now. But Sammy is going to die of a freaking heart attack. So, there you go. Chris Jericho said he got calls from Vince McMahon to come do WrestleMania. But then Shane got cleared, so it was he didn't need to do it. But at least Jericho was ready to do it if case Shane couldn't do it, which everybody's thinking Jericho. But again, he had to tour with Fozzy. But Jericho was going to go ahead and fly from a charter jet from Hampton Beach, Virginia, to New Orleans, wrestle, then go all the way back to Hampton Beach for the show the next day. Which that shows Jericho's dedication to the company, willing to do anything on the drop of a dime if he can do it, like Thanos, like that. So pretty impressive by Jericho. Let's go ahead and get into this Big Cass situation. Report WWE is upset with Big Cass for going off script. Off the script. Big Cass may be in big trouble backstage, according to a news report. Cass might be in trouble for an incident that occurred on May 1st edition of SmackDown. Per a Pro Wrestling Sheet, Cass may have upset WWE officials after a recent segment on SmackDown where the 7-foot beat up a little person. From the reports, Cass may have went too far with the attack. According to the sources, however, it didn't play out exactly as scripted. We're told Cass was directed to be done with the attack after hitting the imposter with a big boot, but the wrestler asked if he could take it further with a beatdown. Backstage officials said no, because felt strongly about doing so. How'd they word these things? Backstage officials said no, but Big Cass, he put BC. I just put Big Cass. Officials said no, but Big Cass felt strongly about doing so and took the issue up with Vince, who also shot him down. When the segment happened in the ring, throughout, Big Cass went against what he was told after hitting the big boot and mounted the little person to throw a bunch of punches. Cass would go on to lose to Bryan at Backlash, and he did not appear on the May 8th of SmackDown. Has the big return push for Big Cass already derailed? Now listen here, people. Okay, listen. Vince McMahon told you just do the big boot, walk out the ring. That's it. I can see where Vince McMahon was saying you didn't need to do no more punches, bro. Just listen to me. First of all, Big Cass has just now come back from his injury, and he's being pushed against Daniel Bryan, the most over person in the company. You think you would listen to Vince McMahon on this one here, bro? I'll listen to Vince on this here. So whatever happens to Big Cass, you know if he's going to get de-pushed, you know why. Okay, let's get into the Charlotte situation. And then after the Charlotte situation, we just have the Miz topic. And we have this Vince McMahon reaction to the crowd saying, "Beat the traffic." So Charlotte Flair reportedly set for surgery. According to PW Insider, SmackDown, Charlotte Flair will soon be undergoing surgery to repair a ruptured implant. The site reports Flair would have the procedure done after the WWE Tour of Europe, which starts today and runs through May 20th. Doctors have determined that the rupture does not present an imminent health risk for the 32-year-old. No word on how much time she'll miss, but insiders say the announcement of the ACE Comic-Con earlier today that Carmella will replace Charlotte for the appearance in Seattle on June 22nd through June 24th. Is due to need the surgery. Flair qualified for the Women's Money Bank Ladder match on the June 17th. So if she's due to have the operation in late May, rearranging her schedule for late June, her appearance at Chicago WWE pay-per-view may be in question. As well, we will update for more information. Okay, first off the bat, if Carmella's replacing her for a appearance on June 22nd to June 24th, Money in Bank is on June 17th. So let's just say Charlotte has the procedure late May, has the Money in Bank ladder match, and just takes a couple of weeks to rest after that, which I can see her doing that. Or she'll have the surgery, she'll be off SmackDown until Money in the Bank, come back Money in the Bank, have the match, lose the Money in the Bank ladder match, and she misses the June Comic-Con appearance, which is replaced by Carmella. She can do that. Just have surgery, come back from Money in the Bank, and take a couple of weeks after that off to heal back up. You can do that. Let's get into the Miz segment here. Then we have the last segment for that. So Miz is upset about the WWE title not main eventing the pay-per-views, which is a fact. I've always said that. Unless there's a big match. For example, let's go back to NXT New Orleans. Gargano and Ciampa was a whole year built. Aleister Black and then Almas was a month built. But I agree with Triple H saying Gargano and Ciampa deserved it because it was a whole year build. Listen here. I said it's happened at WrestleManias. The Rock and John Cena was a whole year worth of build. CM Punk and Chris Jericho was a 2-month build. People came to WrestleMania to see The Rock. That makes sense to why they made the title that main event the show. Go back to WrestleMania 26, Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels. They had one of the greatest, maybe even you could even say the greatest match of all time at WrestleMania 25. So the year later, you're damn right they should main event WrestleMania 26. You saw what they did the year before. So, Backlash, Roman Reigns versus Samoa Joe was 3 weeks worth of freaking build. Nakamura and AJ was already, 2 or 3 months worth of build. Whatever finish happened took place, they still could have main evented the show. It was freaking Backlash. Ain't like it was damn near SummerSlam or something like that, where you're like, I know the finish for SummerSlam is going to be shitty, but there's still Roman Reigns out there. No. WWE title should main event the show unless there's something that is so dang epic on the show that it should main event. Come on. See what the Miz has to say. With a win over the U.S. champion Jeff Hardy on the May 8th of SmackDown, Miz earned a spot in the ladder match, which he's going to win. The Miz will win Money in the Bank, I'm telling you right now. It guarantees you a world title shot at any time you want to have it. The Miz says to Sports Illustrated this week, my goal is to make the WWE title as relevant and prestigious as it should be. Do I think AJ's doing a terrific job? Yes, he's doing a terrific job. But the WWE title should be in the main event of every single pay-per-view. It upsets me when I see it's not. My goal is to not only win the Money Bank contract, to cash in and become the WWE champion. I want to put the title back where it belongs. Main event. I agree with the Miz, man. The WWE title should be in the main event, regardless. Unless there's something so big where it should not be in the main event. So I agree with the Miz. Like I said, if it's Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels type, if it's Rock versus John Cena, if it's Gargano versus Ciampa type, if it's not that type of stuff, it should not be in the main event. there should be nothing that main events the show if it's not that type of hype over the WWE title. Hell, I don't even care if it's I don't care if it's the freaking Universal title, which has been it's a year old. Okay, Roman Reigns is not more important than the WWE title. He's not. He's not. All right, let's get into this last topic, and then we'll be done for part 7 of Behind the Curtain episode 1. Let's go ahead and get into the last topic, which I got on my phone. Okay, rumors. Vince McMahon is fierce at Backlash main event. Changes coming for Roman Reigns. Now listen here. I found this yesterday. The news topic of Roman Reigns getting the Dan Bryan type push. I got that on Monday. So this came out the exact same day that is. So there's conflicting reports to what to believe and what not to believe. Let's go ahead and read this article. Stay away from the boss. This past weekend, Backlash main event didn't go well. I know that's not exactly breaking any new ground, but I don't know how big of a problem people realized the show caused. While some fans were more annoyed than others, there were some who were actually walking out of the arena early. Hell, I would have walked out when Roman Reigns' music fucking hit. You knew the outcome of the match. Already at that point. With beat the traffic chants being heard, these reactions were seen by a person whose opinions matter the most, and now it might actually mean something. They don't seem pleased, which I know they don't. According to Twitter accounts of Slice Wrestling, take it with a grain of salt, Slice Wrestling, Vince McMahon was livid at the fans leaving the arena during the main event. As can be seen shown below, McMahon values the New York area more than any other state, and was not happy with how the match was received. It remains to be seen what will happen to Roman Reigns going forward, which we already saw. Jinder Mahal attack Roman Reigns. I believe more that Vince. I believe Vince was pissed with it. But I believe Vince is still going to go with his Dan Bryan type push because fresh off the bat, if Vince didn't want to push Roman Reigns as the Dan Bryan type, he would have gave Roman Reigns the win. He would have given him the win. He'd be like, what's the point of me trying to get him sympathy? I would just gave him the Money in the Bank briefcase, match qualifier, goes to Money in the Bank, wins the ladder match, and challenges Roman Reigns for the Money in the Bank title at SummerSlam. Okay? But I believe he's going to do that Dan Bryan push because, again, he could have just gave Roman the win on Monday Night Raw. And had Mahal attack Finn Balor. You know what I'm saying? But this guy just does not know when to give up on this dude. He just doesn't know. I mean, what is it going to take? I heard people say, anytime Roman Reigns gets on the TV screen, just get up and walk away. Just get up and walk away. If you don't care about the guy, show Vince McMahon you don't really care. I really wish more people to walk out the show. If the arena would have looked like it was empty completely, then he probably would have known. Okay, it's done with this guy. But because it wasn't completely empty, he was like, you know what? I'm going to do what I want to do. You're already going to come and watch me. I'm going to do what I want to do. And I think that's what Vince McMahon's like right now. He's like, freak you guys. I'm going to do what I want to do. You're still going to come watch my show. That's to the point where Vince McMahon needs to know. If the ratings continue to drop. Because, for example, you guys know the NBA playoffs is now at the conference finals point. Where it's at the Western Conference Finals and announced at the Eastern Conference Finals. Where, for example, Monday night is going to be the Warriors versus the Houston Rockets. Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals, which I believe... Let me check real quick. A little promptu right here. It's on TNT, I believe. It's on TNT. Alright. For example, the game's coming on at 8 o'clock on Monday. It's going to be on from 8 to 11 o'clock, which when Raw gets off the air. This features Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green against James Harden, who's going to win MVP of the NBA, which is like you being given the WWE title. That's what it's going to be like. Him getting the WWE title, which is the MVP, which is the best player of the year. And Chris Paul, who's LeBron's best friend. So it's going to feature the Warriors versus the Rockets, Western Conference Final. The winner of this series goes on to face the winner from the East, which will probably be LeBron's team in the NBA Finals. Okay, so Monday's going to be the Warriors versus the Rockets. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm going to be watching that. I'll DVR Raw. And when the NBA's on, the NBA, I think they average like 10 million views per game at this time of the year. So, Raw averages what? Raw this week was 2.6 million views. Okay? 2.6 million views Raw was this week. the NBA games on average 10 million views. Okay, for example, let's say people tune into Raw, so like, okay, what's going to happen this week on Raw? You're like, oh, honey, is the Warriors versus the Rockets game on? Oh, yeah, it's on right now. Oh, flick. Listen, Vince better have a good opening segment to Raw, because I'm telling you right now, if they have a crappy segment, everybody's going to flip to the Rockets versus Warriors game, which is going to be more entertaining than Raw, which is going to be more entertaining than Raw. I guarantee I would not be shocked if Raw gets a 2.0 this week. Because that'll be another 600,000 people not watching Raw. Which it could even be less than that. Okay? I would not be shocked if Raw gets, you know what, I'm going to say this. Raw will probably get a 1.8. It'll probably get a 1.8. It got 2.6 this week. That's without any basketball games. There's basketball games on this week. Okay? Rockets, Warriors, Monday. I guarantee you I'll be shocked if Raw gets a 1.8 million views this week. It's going to continue to drop. And now they're going to be like, oh, that guy Roman Reigns is still being pushed? Flick. He's still being pushed again? I thought he lost to Brock Lesnar in the Great Rumble. Flick. So I'm going to continue to go all the way down, Vince. Because right now, when the NBA Finals start to happen again, wait, hold up. NBA Finals, I believe start on May 31st. Let's see what's that. Oh, I'll be on a Thursday. So they'll probably play again on Sunday. Okay, so Vince, you're lucky. You're lucky. Finals will start on May 31st. You're lucky. But this week will tell us. I guarantee it's going to have a 1.8. It'll have a 1.8 million views this week, probably. I guarantee. They're about to get smashed. So Vince, you better come with your A game on Monday, or you're going to get smashed by the NBA. You're going to get smashed. So, I'll let you guys know what we're going to be talking about for tomorrow. Brock Lesnar not going to be at Money in the Bank. UFC being bought by ESPN. What does that mean for WWE now that Fox needs a spot to be taken? Samoa Joe's going to be talking about why WWE rating the indies and getting more indie talent is a good idea for them, and why, spoiler, which one is this one? I forgot which type this one is. Spoiler, reason why one NXT superstar was not called up, which was Nikki Cross, but we'll touch more on Nikki Cross tomorrow, why she officially wasn't called up. But we're talking that one tomorrow. So, that's it today for part 7, guys. Again, there was like so much news today. It was like, you saw how full today was. There was so much news. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 topics for tomorrow. Gotta do a couple videos before I go off to work. So don't forget to subscribe, comment down below, subscribe to all the social media channels. Again, for you guys who are watching, I'll be doing UFC 224 tomorrow, live reaction. So again, man, hopefully Vince McMahon learns his idea, because listen here, I'm sick of this dude. Again, right now Seth Rollins is the most over guy in the company, man. Listen, every time he hear that, burn it down. The burn it down louder is getting louder and louder and louder. And every time Seth does the knee stomp, fans are chanting, burn it down. Burn it down. He is over. Push Seth Rollins or push Braun Strowman. Roman Reigns should turn heel. Vince, I'm going to tell you this again. Turn him heel. I beg you. You're killing your own company. Listen, I know the XFL starts in 2 years, but at this rate right now where you're going, will your company even have 1 million views when you leave and you give it to Triple H? Will it even have 1 million views when you go do your XFL in 2 years when Triple H takes over? What's Triple H going to have to do? He's going to have to revamp everything. Oh, before we go off the air, I forgot. This last topic was in my head. Michael Hayes helped Shawn Michaels produce the NXT ladder match at TakeOver New Orleans. Yet he produced the freaking match Roman Reigns and Samoa Joe. How do you do such greatness at TakeOver and do such trash at Backlash producing the match? Come on, man. Alright, guys. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Don't forget to like the video, comment down below, subscribe. Catch you guys tomorrow.
Yeah. DJ The way we put this shit together, you know what I mean?